Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Conversations with Robin. Conversations that empower, inspire, and enlighten. Every week, we have different guests on our show where we understand how did they become the person that they are today. So sit back, relax as we deep dive and enjoy the ride. Today, I have Fabienne Louis on Conversation with Robin. Welcome to the show, Fabienne. It's a pleasure to have you on today.
Thank you, Robin. I'm so happy and thrilled to be with you today.
Fabienne Louis is an intuitive healer, certified medical intuitive, and Qigong. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but Qigong Practitioner, whose transformative journey from severe burnout to empowerment is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Overcoming a personal health struggle through self-belief and intuition, she now channels this profound experience to assist others in navigating their healing journey. Fabienne's approach is deeply rooted in the philosophy that our beliefs shape our reality. She empowers overwhelmed and stuck women, particularly those battling health issues or seeking clarity in their lives, to uncover and dissolve energetic roadblocks. Her clients experience remarkable transformation from pain relief and increased energy to achieving personal and professional dreams. Fabienne, what is a medical intuitive and how did you get into it?
That's a very good question. Thank you for asking. So medical intuitive, it's a person who can read the body wisdom. Your body is just a messenger between your soul and your mind. And the symptoms that you have are just a way for your soul to get your attention and say, you need to clear this fear of blah, 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 if you want to feel good about yourself and be happier or fitter. So I just go through the different parts of the body, not only the physical, emotional body, we have the emotional body, mental and spiritual. And I can just scan and read, what's going on, why there is some symptoms. It doesn't have to be just physical symptoms. Some people are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, they don't know what's happening. So this is, more in your mind and what you think about your life. So, it's just being a translator between your soul and your body and what's the message that needs to be clear, and we clear that. And it depends on the symptoms. So, we can eliminate the symptom by eliminating the belief system beyond the symptom.
How did you get into becoming a medical intuitive? Is it something that you always wanted to do, or is it something you just kind of fell into?
That's a very good question. No, I didn't know what was a medical intuitive. It took me decades to find out about energy work, that we are more than what we see, that we are more than a physical body, And I try to find answers by becoming a medical professional, and I pass my time in hospital and learning the body, and that was like a life lesson for me to do that, because what I saw in the hospital was like I could see that part of a symptom was taken care of at the physical level, but I could tap that there's so much more symptoms going on, in emotional, and nothing was taking care of it. So I don't know, at this time, I didn't know I was highly sensitive to the energy of people. I was an empath, and it was too much information for me. So I went to the hospital, working for 3 years in an internship and saying, oh my gosh, I want to learn, I want to help people, I want people to heal. And I became someone very overwhelmed, drained, not understanding what's going on. I couldn't find any answer about all the information I was receiving from the patient. I could see their pain. I could see they were sad and a lot of questions and devastated. Even if we took care of some part of their body, they have more questions in their head when they left the hospital. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I cannot deal with that. I was drained. My health wasn't good. I couldn't sleep at night. I was waking up thinking about the patient's pain, and I couldn't help them. And so it was my fault, it was my calling to help people. But in a way, I thought it was, medical field for me. And after 3 years doing my internship and getting my diploma, I said, no, I cannot work there. I don't know what's going on. Something is wrong with me. I don't know how people can work with, the pain of people like this. And I decided to take another area in my life to find myself, who I am, why I'm here for, and try to find myself. And it took me another 2 decades. It took me a burnout. Be a mom, having 2 kids, trying to have a 9 to 5 that, I love, but I couldn't find that. And I wasn't happy, and I was still questioning myself, who I am, why I cannot be happy, why I cannot find a job, but I love helping other people, why I'm so overwhelmed. And when I'm sitting and playing with the kids, I'm still thinking, I need to find what I need to do in my life, or I don't like my job, or I have this to-do list to do. And so many things going on there that I couldn't stay quiet and playing with my kids and be there for them. So I was so overwhelmed with all this information. So that's why I developed a severe burnout with physical symptoms. And, in my head too, I was mentally not okay. I tried to find the answer going to some different professionals, in medical field. Nobody could find, diagnosis for me or any answers. I was very devastated, and my health was going down, down, down. And I couldn't work. I left my job because I didn't have any energy. I have to take a nap in the morning, in the evening. At what point I wasn't functioning at all, just doing the errands for the family, and try to be happy when my kids come back from home and say, oh, mommy is okay. But, inside I was like, I'm not okay. And I don't have any answers to what's going on inside. So it was very hard for me. And I could see that my health was declining, and I couldn't find, any answers. So I remember one night I really woke up with this nightmare, but, I couldn't breathe, panic attack. And I say, it's not a life. I didn't come to this life to live this. What's going on with me? And finally, I really listened to this voice in my head to say, if you don't like what you see, what you are experiencing, just change the way you live, the way you see things in life, and change your perspective, believe in yourself, believe in your intuitions, in all these messages I was getting since I'm very young. And I said, I don't have a choice. I'm going to take, this chance and just commit to listen to this voice and do whatever she said to do. And I, Google, find modalities. I Google how people can heal this disease, how people can, feel better by themselves naturally, how to heal yourself. And I found many, many answers, and started meditating, started Qigong. I found so many videos, people who could heal themselves from so many different diseases just practicing Qigong. So Qigong is part of a traditional Chinese medicine. Qi means life force energy. Gong, it's the work you put in, the effort to cultivate your life force energy. So it's slow movement, it's breath work, it's tapping, it's so many different modalities in one thing that you can do. But you clear yourself from, all the fear, the noise in your head, and you bring back this life force energy to make you more alive, So if you are drained, you bring more life force energy into your system, into your organs, and your organs start to function again 100% to their potentials. And after a few weeks, I was like, oh my gosh, it's working. I could see my symptoms going away, getting more energy, more clarity. And I said, people need to know, just a simple practice like this, you can heal yourself, your life, and everything. So, it was the beginning of my journey to find and discover myself and trusting this intuition. I've been very intuitive since I'm young, but I was turning down all this information because most of the time I have to explain myself. People was asking, but why do you say that? And it was so obvious to me, those information. I thought everybody else has the same kind of information. So every time I wanted to share with anyone, I couldn't explain, like, how do you know that? Where is it coming from? I was like, I don't know. It just, I just know. So I took, medical intuitive training, so really to develop these senses, to get more clarity and be able to help other people. And it's what I do now. I just don't do just medical intuitions, reading for people, but I really want them to develop their intuition. So they can, get themselves self-healing practice, and they can heal themselves, by learning that.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for explaining that. So there's some things that I want to touch on. With the medical intuitive, are you just scanning the body for those that might not know exactly what it is, but are you just kind of scanning your client's body and seeing what kind of imbalance and off centered, and then you take it from there? Is that how the process kind of goes?
Yeah, so they ask me, they come with what about the physical symptoms? We come with an intentions, what's wrong in your life, and it can be my health, it can be my relationship, it can be, I try to get a new job, but I cannot get a new job. What's wrong with me? And this idea. So we just tap into that. I just ask questions, what's going on, what need to be healed, what belief system need to be clear. And I get all the information, which energy system I should go, which organs detends this, block of energy. If a person cannot get a job, most of the time it's I'm not worthy, fear of change. It can be in emotions like feeling frustrated, and all this can be on the way for them to get where they want to be. So it's like I said to people, you need an intention. It's in your GPS. It's the direction you want to go. And what we do, we just clear the path, the main path to get you where you want to go. We just clear those roadblocks. And roadblocks are belief systems. So usually it's an emotions with a fear, with a belief system, or somewhere in your energetic body. And that just creates stagnant energy. And when the energy is not flowing, and we don't do anything about it, slowly and slowly, the blood are not going to circulate, in the way it's supposed to be. Some neural paths, are not going to be connected. Something is going on. So by just removing this block, the flow of energy is going to be fluid again, and we are going to help the blood to go back to this part of the body or the brain or whatever it needs to. And people can just manifest whatever they want because we clear the belief system was on the way for them to manifest that.
About how long would you say that process takes to clear the blockages? Is it something that would take over a few weeks' time, or just it depends on the client?
Yeah, it depends on the clients, depends what is it. Really, it's happened. I helped one friend. She had a sciatica. She couldn't get up out of the bed. She had to drive the kids to the school in the morning. She just called me just before. I cannot stand up. It's painful and everything. And in half an hour, the pain was gone, and she was able to go to the school, drive the kids. But if it's something, someone wants a promotions, it can be different layers. Depends, how many, if the person do any, work on themselves, if they, meditate, practice some, so that will be less work to do. If it's someone who's really new to that and they let things happen, and not processing their emotion regularly, clearing themselves from any emotions or fears or anything, that will be like I do one-on-one program, for 6 months or 8 months, and people can clear until they get where they want to be in life. So it really depends on the person and where they are and how committed they are to do the work, to the inner work.
Right. Yeah. The commitment and the consistency is a key.
Yes.
For someone dealing with severe burnout, what advice would you give to them, especially since you've experienced it yourself as well?
Yes, the best advice it's really to have hope, not feeling like I was so devastated I didn't have hope at the end and I was scared. But the image I receive, it's like, remember those happy moments in your life. The happiest moment where you have so much joy, you feel good about yourself, something you accomplished, or go back to this moment and tell yourself, you went through this happiest moment in your life. You can do that again. You know how to do that. So just, have hope that everything is possible. You can, get your life, whatever you want in life, be happier, fitter, healthier. You can get there. Maybe it's going to take some time, but just trust the process and trust yourself. And any guidance coming in, just act on it. Don't question it. Just act on it and just follow and commit to follow your inner guidance.
Yeah, I love that. Follow your intuition. Follow your gut.
Yes.
I feel like now, a lot of people, that's where we kind of go wrong because our gut will guide us to where we need to be. But we tend to ignore it. Our mind kind of takes over. But it's the gut, it's the core that helps guide us throughout life.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But we have to listen. Most of the time we get all this information coming in, but we are not listening, well, maybe later. No, do it now.
I know that you touched on Qigong. Am I saying that correctly? Qigong?
So we pronounce Qi, like CHI, almost Qigong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you touched on it in the meaning of it, but how has being a practitioner helped in your life?
So that's a good thing because I get to practice, when I do it. And I can see when I'm doing Qigong, I feel clearer, I feel in my body, I feel not stressed, not overwhelmed. And seeing that in people, in front of me and sharing with people, that's wonderful. And actually, when we are in group, and if you can do it in nature, it's even better, be grounded in the floor and feeling the energy of earth and the energy of heaven coming into your body and clearing, your energy field, your body. It's even more powerful to be in a group because you receive. We have just one, people. We are all connected. Universe is just one, and just practicing for yourself, you can help your family. You change the energy in your home. If you practice in your home, and people around you, you receive from them. They give from you. It's an exchange. Everything is an exchange. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Can you describe what a sound practitioner does and how it heals our body as well as our soul?
Yeah, so the sound, it's really a primary way to clear energy as well as movement or breath, breath work. And the sounds, if you imagine our ancestors use the sound, they used to sing, they used to dance, and to even the mom with a baby, the first sound, it's going to sing to a baby and it's going to calm, our heartbeat, it's going to be slower and it's going to fall asleep just by singing to someone. But we don't take the time in our society who is very busy. I mean, we can take music and have a bang, 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 but it's not the same, So the most powerful instrument is your voice. So if you can sing, hum, or tune, it's just going to calm your nervous system and you can feel relaxed, you can feel yourself, you can feel centered and grounded just by singing. You can also use instruments and just see and feel the shift in your energy when you play, when you sing. You just you calm your mind. You have more visions, maybe, or information coming in, and you feel more centered. And so that's sound healing. It's the same. It can be one-on-one. It can be a group sound healing. We can do it for specific, occasion like the full moon to release energy, to let go our belief system. So it's another way to clear your energy. So it can be a practice, self-healing practice to do that, and clear your emotion as they come, because every day we are bombarded with so many information and our body is not designed to take decision, be bombarded. Oh, what should I think about that and this and that? And it's too much for our body. We are not designed to that. So just bringing more sounds, in your life, it's going to clear. You don't need to think about what I need to do. Just do it. And it's going to clear extra, those emotions and process emotions or fear that came up during the day. So it's a very good practice to do also.
With our bodies in society now, and is that why maybe a lot of people feel anxious or feel overwhelmed, because just like how you said, our bodies aren't meant to grasp all this information that the way that we are today. Do you feel that is maybe one of the reasons why we have so much anxiety, so much depression, so much chaos, so inner chaos within ourselves?
Yes, we receive, since we are born, we receive so much information from people outside of ourselves, like our parents, teacher, and then it goes to the TV and social media. And if we don't know how to analyze, and then we don't have the time to analyze everything, so we do it at night, our subconscious can process a little bit of information, but most of the time, it's not going to do all the job. So it's what we receive as information. How should we act in life? How should we dress? How should we think? How should we be at work with our kids? What should we say in this situation? We don't go to our intuition and just take the time and breathe and go to this low frequency. What should I say, or what should I think about this situation? We are always in this fear state of, oh my gosh, there's the war in this country, and what could happen if it comes here, or blah, blah, blah. I cannot act and help them. I'm living like 1,000 kilometers away. So it puts you in this fear state. I cannot act. I'm not safe. I'm not good enough because I see those people get jobs and I don't get jobs. And, any information you are coming in, how do you process them? It's very important to take the time every day and say, I'm okay, I'm here, I'm clearing myself, and just pay attention. You have to change your habit. If you want to see the change in you, you have to change something. So if you are depressed when you are looking at the news, just don't look, too many hours on the news. Maybe once a week or once every 2 days could be enough. And don't, try to process and like you cannot do anything about what's going on, because the news, it's 90%, all the sad story going on in the world, and that you cannot do anything about it. So if you can spend as much as time looking at happy news of people doing good in the world, you can rebalance your system and say, after all, the world is not so bad and I shouldn't be worried about all these negative things going on. So it's very important. And the other thing I want to say is people who are empaths and highly sensitive. For me, I was living with that without knowing. I was one of them. You feel more and more, touched and impacted by what's going on in the world. So just be aware about it. Don't spend time on social media. You need a lot of self-care time for yourself, to clear yourself and to shield yourself from, what's going on there. I'm here, I'm safe. It just, and like you say, the collective, a lot of information are coming from the collective and its belief system as well, and that we need to clear. And so self-practice is very important too.
Yeah. I love that you said if watching the news makes you anxious, step back, feel back. I stopped watching the news. I barely watch it now because it's so much things that goes into that. Just it's happening around the world, and if things cannot change sometimes. And so
Yes.
stress on ourselves and so much expectation, but the only change we can do is how we react to things, how our mindset. And if we do that, if we change ourselves, then we are helping the world because we're passing it along with everything that we need. It's like a domino effect.
Exactly. Yes.
The world can change. It's all about duality because everything, it's going to have its good and it's going to have its bad. It's going to be light and it's going to be dark. So duality happens, it's a balance. So thank you for explaining that. How does lack of confidence and limited belief show up in our body? And how can we alleviate it from those negative feelings and belief systems?
Yeah, that's a very good point because most of the time, if we have this lack of confidence, of clarity, we have it since, our childhood, and we live with that, thinking that it's our identity. and we have to deal with it, and we don't take actions. Like, if you want a new job, a new position, or you're dreaming to have your own business, but you like this confidence of, oh my gosh, I need to play here and I'm still there, and nothing, 10 years after you are still at the same position and you feel frustrated and even more, so that's good to be aware of it, and just say that this lack of clarity of confidence, it's not who you are, but it's those belief systems behind this who make you feel that you are this and you are this at life and you cannot change the way you are. That's a belief system also. This little imposter in your head is going to show up. So you have to learn how to clear those belief systems who make you believe that you are not worthy, that you are not good enough, that you should fear what people think about you first before taking, the next action. And the more work you do, you expand more. And slowly you can, make progress, and you see the progress in your life. And you can look back and say, oh my gosh, I was there like 2 months ago. I was still thinking I shouldn't do that. And now I did it, and I met those people, and this opportunity came. And you can expand and see yourself becoming the person you really want. And it's all about, consciousness and subconscious. Your consciousness is only 10% of you. It's just, I want this job. I'm very motivated. It's what I want. But the subconscious is the 90% that say, oh, no, don't do that. It's like a overprotected mom, don't pass this line, anything could happen bad to you. So that's what's running in the background, that you need to clear, to let go, and to be conscious, oh, that's my fear, that's not me. And just, see which radio are you listening? Are you listening to your fear, or are you listening to the love, your intuition, who you are? And it's always coming back to this. And life, it's all about this. My fear, my inner guidance, and come back to that. And it's how you can heal your body, you can have more energy, life flow. So the life flow, it's the Qi coming from universe in different ways. You are made of energy, of subtle energy. The more you have, the more happier, the more healthier you have, the more you do what you want to do, in your life. And if you don't have enough life force energy in your body, you feel drained. You feel something is wrong with you. You are not healthy. You feel like you have to push yourself to do things. So it's good to bring back this energy, make it flow for your channel of energy. And it's the same with creation. To be in flow of creation, you have to be in the flow of life force energy for your life. And lack of clarity, lack of confidence, feeling overwhelmed, this is just roadblocks that you need to clear for the life flow to come. And you will be in this flow of creation, doing really what you want, your big dreams, your goal in life. You can reach them whenever you clear those blocks. And you can be fit again, happy again, like the next level or whatever you want to expand to.
I love that you brought up life force energy. If someone doesn't know that that they have these roadblocks, or they're not aware of it, how does it affect us in our daily life? What would be, I guess, the symptoms, if you will?
Yeah, not everybody. That's one point of a life too. We have a life purpose. We came with a calling. We are all unique and different. But most of the time we got the message that no, we need to fit in. We need a 9-to-5 job. We need to get married and blah, blah, blah. And we think that's the model for everyone, and we need to fit in. So the first thing is to find, what is your calling? What do you think you came to this life to learn? We are all different. We have different gifts to manifest that. And someone who doesn't see their blockages, or if they don't know they have these blockages, maybe it's not the time for them. It's not our responsibility to change or help someone who is not ready. They will find a way. And I know sometimes it's the harder way. They have to go through different challenges in life to find themselves and to feed back. Oh yeah, this happened in my life on that. For me, it was my burnout. It was my wake up call. Like, wake up, start to listen to who you are and stop fitting in and do what other people, do because you think it's what you have to do in life. And so those people, it's the people who are motivated to change. They see that in the background, they know that there's something bigger for them in this life, something their dream goals, a dream they have since they are, child. I want to change the world with this idea, or I want to help more people, and they are not doing this, or they are doing a little and they feel frustrated. It's where they are going to see, yeah, but I still want that and I don't get there. And it's this kind of roadblock that we can clear. And so everybody has a different path. Not everybody is ready to see that in their life. And there's nothing we can do to make someone change his mind about it. Because I tried so many years as an path to to fix people, and I'm like wasting so much time and energy, and I'm like, it's not working. What's wrong with me? But if a person is not ready, it will happen at their own time and own pace, and we have to be clear about that, and be careful with our boundaries.
Yeah, that's so important. We all have to have boundaries.
Yes.
The boundaries are it's more for ourselves, but you have to have boundaries. I love the fact that you brought up purpose. How can someone figure out their purpose?
Yeah, so that's a good question too, because it's not something we learn in our childhood. That would be nice to have to speak about that at school, but not yet. We came to this life being unique, and yes, we have a calling, but we know about it. If we remember our first year of life, this soul came into this life, so we used to play and make games and say, oh, I will be this, I will be that, and when I'm going to grow up, and we have all this idea, and nobody is still there to say, no, it's not going to work that way, you need to change what you believe. So it's go back to this first year of your childhood, and what did you dream about, what make you, sparkle, make you feel good about yourself, bring you joy in life. So it's always go back to there and see what are your talents, because your life purpose is to be the best version of yourself, no matter what work or professions or what you do, it's be the best version of yourself. And how you do that, it's by always clearing those beliefs who are going to dim your life, to play smaller role, because if you have belief and fear, you have to be very small and say, no, I dream about this, but no, I can just do that because I have this constant information coming in that it's too risky and what if, and I should be doing that. It's what makes sense. And so be clear about, go back to your dream, to your passions, be in this love frequency. When you say, oh, I would love to do that, and it's bring you to a new frequency of dreaming. Oh yeah, I would love to dream about this life where I could, write this book for some other people, or whatever comes up into your mind, and go back to your big dreams when you're young, and slowly act on it. I know it's not easy if you want to change your professions, but slowly just bring more of this. What brings you joy? It's your joy matter in life. Am I happy? What can bring you more joy in my life? And just bring more joy into your life, because like we said, we are so stressed with all this information. Just by bringing something to make you laugh, make you have fun, make you feel good because you help people, or you did something, you invent something, just do more of this. And slowly, you don't need to find in 5 minutes, your life purpose. It can take time, but slowly bring more joy into your life, and it's the way that it's going to direct you to the right path for you. And when you open to the joy frequency, you open yourself to so many other opportunities who are coming your way. So don't expect, oh yeah, but with deadline, I need to find this now because I'm not happy. And, just be open. Things are going to change, and you are going to bring this, abundance, whatever you're looking for into your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that you could just be open to it, because then the universe will send what is needed to be into our light, I guess, or into our lives. But the fact of purpose being something that you enjoy too. I love that you said that. It's not only just one thing, but it's something that gets you excited, that you're excited about, and that gives you joy. And that's important. I think that we tend to say, well, I'm not living my purpose. I'm not, and they think it's just not only that, it's just who we are, what we have. So thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome.
What do you think is the main cause of someone not following their passion or pursuing their purpose? Like, what holds people back from not following their passion?
Yeah, so people are not following. It's the same, they went through a life with a lot of challenges, and what they got from their experience, it's like, it's not safe for me to change. And maybe it's a belief, I'm too old, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the energy. And it's a belief system again, that it's on the way that need to be clear for them to follow, their calling, their purpose. And the only way to do it, it's the same, am I in my fear? I am in my love, intuitions. If you don't have joy, happiness, in your life, it's another way to say, you are in your fears. So you need to find the way to bring you back into alignment, and find something that you really love in life. And it's good to know that also when you do that, you bring inner peace, to yourself. Your body is going to heal when you are in inner peace, because when you fight with something, you are always, fighting. I should be doing this. I'm not doing the right. You put your body into this stress response, and it's how you can have some physical symptom if you don't do anything. So that's another way, to use your body wisdom to know, am I doing right or wrong? Just follow your intuitions. And the joy matter, whatever brings you joy, it's the direction you have to take to bring more joy into your life too.
Thank you. Well, Fabienne, it's almost been an hour, and before I know,
it went fast.
Time flies when you are talking about when we're being in the flow. I love it.
Yes.
Is there anything that you would like to share with the audience? Do you have any last words?
Yes, I would say, just keep hope. You can have whatever you want in life. Just continue the work, whatever it's reading books, inspirational stories, what will help me, to get off my programming. Do some self-practice. Even walking in nature, it's great. You can see the shift in your energy. Just be in nature by yourself, no distraction, just you and nature. It's very powerful. Then stillness. And when you are in stillness, it's where you find inner peace. It's where your body heals. It's when you get this inner guidance. And it's the best way to find any answer in your life. It's to come within, all the answer in yourself. It's good to have other people's opinion about your life, but just put a filter and just take, whatever it's good for you. You are the only person to know what is good for you in your life.
I'm going to ask you a few questions that I ask all my guests. What or who is the divine to you?
So the divine for me, it's the universe. It's who we are. We are big. It's this divine intelligence, and we can tap into it. We can have all the support, all the healing, all the information we want. We are not just alone ourselves in the middle of a world, It's we are all connected. We are just one, and we came to this life to learn lessons. And it doesn't have to be the hard way. It can be with ease. We just need to clear those fear and limiting thought. And it's how universe is guiding you to do that. So we can always ask for support, and we can get it.
What is your spiritual practice?
So for me, it's stillness, to find the silent moment, to be with myself, to ask questions, to ask what do I need to clear today, and to feel this inner peace. That I'm okay, even if I don't, if I can quiet my mind and just feel my body and say that, I'm alive, I'm happy, I have all I want in life, and everything is coming my way, and feeling good about myself. And the more, work you do like this, being in stillness, the more guided you will be. And doing this inner work on yourself, you are going to help, not doing anything, just on yourself. By your vibration, you are going to bring to your family, to your neighbors, to the earth and to the world. So just doing that, bring more peace to yourself, and bring into to the world. So it's how we can bring more peace out there.
I love that. What would you tell your 25-year-old self?
So my 25, I would say this time, just listen to your inner guidance and trust it. And when I was 25, I was looking outside of myself and, if I try this, I should try that. And, going outside of myself to find answers. So I would say just come back to yourself, ask questions, listen to the answers, and you are, all good to go on the right path.
Who or what inspires you?
So Louise Hay was one of the first one, I read all the book and podcast. It's beautiful teaching from her life. I love an inspirational story like this. Yes, A Course in Miracles too. I'm reading and listening to it right now. So that's a good one to bring you back into this low frequency every time you listen to much of your fear or limiting belief. So it's a good way to.
Yeah, I listen to Louise Hay as well. I like listening to her. What has life taught you so far?
So a lot of life lessons, but I learned the hard way. But to be unique, not try to fit in, but to stand out, believing in yourself, in your talent, in your confidence and your clarity, whatever comes in. So that was the biggest part of it. The second one, it's that we are all different. We came with different type of personality. So whatever is showing up in someone else, they can express themselves in a different way that we do. And we have to accept that we are all different. The more you accept yourself and your trait of personality, the more you accept the other person, and you don't question, you don't criticize, you don't, try to make them change so they can fit whatever you expect them to be. So that's another way to learn to have better relationships when you know people's personality type, if they are more introvert, extrovert, not trying to change them, but say, that's the way, they process information, that's the way they show into life. And that's okay. We are different and we can. So that's the first two big life lessons I learned, yeah.
Thank you so much, Fabienne, for this beautiful conversation. How can people find you?
Thank you so much, Robin. So I have a website. It's my name, FabienneLouis.com. Or they can find me on Instagram at Fabienne Louis Art. As Instagram too.
And I'll go ahead and put your website and everything in the show notes as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Conversations with Robin. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to subscribe and like. Remember, every week we have new guests on our shows. Conversations that empower, inspire, and enlighten.